Jay from Team DMA at it again with another video. So sorry, you guys, I haven't been involved that much in the channel. After the episodes finished a while ago, they finished, I think, like 2 weeks ago or something like that. I haven't been creating anything. So I asked you guys if you wanted me to do the what's it called the Pharaoh versus Yugi, but instead of Yugi, it's gonna be against Jay for like a finisher of an episode because I just kind of ended it and I didn't finish off the characters, like their story plot. I wouldn't mind keep making videos of DC and Black Ghost since they're always involved in the channel and they're always dueling. I can keep some videos going for them, like a special world for them, like a special show regarding them, both Black Ghost and what's his name, DC. And moving on from that, I wanted to talk about this duel. There's several duels, 2-3 duels I wanted to talk about the gameplay and the mechanics. I guess this one's like a Subterra Naturia. And if you know anything about those decks, as soon as you say Naturia, you already know there is no Dark Magician deck that can beat it. It's like common knowledge. If you look at the regionals and some of the nationals, those decks crush. They do pretty good actually. They do really good. They get top 8. But the thing is, the anything Naturia is a kryptonite to the Dark Magician deck. So I seen this deck crush a few Dark Magician decks. So I don't really duel anymore, as you already know. But like when I see a deck and like it runs across the Dark Magician and I see it crush it, and then they crush a few more Dark Magician decks, I'm like, man, that's not right. I can't let these guys represent the Dark Magician deck, because there are some guys that actually go like 10 win streak singles, or they'll do like 4 or 5 full matches, one no losses, and then they duel these decks, these Naturia decks, and there's a lot of decks that they duel and they lose. So once they lose, I step in and let them know what the Dark Magician's all about. But this deck, it was summoning the Naturia, and basically you can't play any spells, right? So I'm gonna go over some gameplay and some of the cards that you should have in your Dark Magician deck as staples, because they help. Now forget the deck, we're just gonna be looking at some specific cards. Illusion to Rod, send Illusion back. Rod, search Salvation, activate, say Eternal Soul, very basic. Magician Souls, dump Dark Magician, special summon and defense. Activate effect, draw 2 cards, link, draw again. We didn't draw the card we needed, so we're gonna set a card face down. So it's gonna play a field spell. And there's a Subterra triggering the effects, drawing cards, and basically they're negating, they work with each other and they negate cards. So at this point, I've already seen this duel in action. Like I said, it beat 3 Dark Magician deck, Dark Magician Turbos, and all it did was they summoned the Naturia, and then it just negated everything. And that's why a lot of the Dark Magician players don't show you these duels. Like, I'm probably the only Dark Magician player known in YouTube. I assure it, like, I'm not fooling myself. I just know that you can go back three, pretty soon 4 years back in the past, and you can see me beating all these decks that people can't beat. It's nothing new to me. Like playing no spells, no traps, no special summons, none of that stuff affects me. Using me maneuver my way around everything. And I just wanted to show you guys an example of some cards that might be able to help you. So we're gonna get Feather, trigger it, Awakening. So there's an Naturia. He can summon it another way as well. So at this point, we're pretty much frozen at this point. So what we're gonna try to do, excuse me, is we're going to get rid of the Naturia and try to get rid of the other monster with no spells. And even if your attack, they have effects to set your cards face down or negate effects depending on whatever he wants with the Subterror. And then the other one's at 2,600, so you don't have enough firepower. And you can special summon 3 monsters and go into what's the monster here? Into the Scareclaw, but that's not the card that we're gonna be looking at. Bestial, and we went ahead and linked, and we're gonna do triple destruction. So the first one will be from the Bestial effect, because I didn't want to attack because it's gonna set it face down and it's gonna trigger an effect to block it. So I just want to send it to the graveyard, and from there it's gonna trigger the effect to pop a card. So we're gonna pop the Subterror, and then we're gonna chain to the Sky Striker Ace, Azalea, and you can read the effect here. Too dark, too light or too dark monsters, and basically you can read there what it says. It can, if there's 3 spells or less, it'll pop itself. If there's 4 or more spells, it stays on the field, and you can do double effect with it. So you're gonna pop a card, and like I said, if it has 3 spells or less, it'll pop itself as well. It's like a kamikaze. But if you have 4 or more, it'll stay. And what you could do is trigger the effect, pop any card on the field, and then after that you can attack, and any card that attacks, it'll destroy it by effect. And then simultaneously we got the what is it, the Bestial, the trying to click on it. Oops, I clicked on the wrong one. The Dressworm effect. So we did double effect, so we're popping both. And he triggered chain, he negates the Bestial, but he didn't negate the other one, and it committed suicide. So from there, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be chaining to Eternal Soul to bring Dark Mission back out, and then we're gonna go ahead and trigger the effect of here we go, Timaeus, the United Dragon. We're gonna go into Dragoon, and then from there we're gonna be discarding the Rod, because we're gonna be bringing Rod back to our hand anyways, right? And people hate the Spellbook engine, but they're not that smart, because people were complaining about getting Brick Hands in the Dark Mission deck, and Konami solved the problem a year or 2 ago with giving us the Illusion of Chaos. So Illusion of Chaos, it lets you fix your hand. So what you do when you draw a card you don't want, you just use Illusion effect to send it back to the deck, and you can retry to draw some other card or whatever. If you have double summons, normal summons, because you don't need that many, right? You can even use the effect of Rod to discard, and then you could just use Spellbook, because you're gonna draw 5 cards. Because this one draws another one, that one draws another one, the other one draws 2 more cards, and then from those 2 cards that you draw, usually you draw more, so you end up drawing like 7 or 8 cards. And Call By right here, like I was saying, and that's pretty much it. So as soon as they summon Nochoria, it's game over for pretty much everyone, especially Dark Mission players. But as you saw, it doesn't affect us at all. We're still gonna be playing like nothing ever happened, and that's the power of the AC 130. And the cards that you might want to include at least one of, like I've always said, the Dressworm. Right now they're like $3. Why pass up on them? You know, at a point they were like 15. And the other one, Sky Striker Ace, Azalea, is very broken card, and you can utilize it in the Dark Mission deck. And to be honest, the Bestial is so powerful that you no longer have to worry about the Eternal Soul getting popped, because once it pops, you still have backup with the Dressworm. And then also, when you have Skill Drain active, it can get rid of Dragoon or anything, because nothing's affected, and when it goes, it pops it. So there's a lot of combos in the deck. And if you saw here that I'm playing Feather and Twin Twister, there's a lot of first place nationals and a lot of first place regionals, Labyrinth decks here in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro 2, and you see me murder all these decks. Doesn't matter what deck it is, but excuse me, they always have like 5 traps in the back, or even Ultra guys. So I'm always need to blow everything up, and just to keep up with the duel, especially with evenly matched. I also have, excuse me, I also have the right hand and the left hand. I was just leaving the left hand with Village up. He can't play any spells, and banishing with Circle Internal, and then the left hand. So when they play evenly matched, it just negated. It's so broken, and Infinite Impermanence, and none of those cards work. So Judgment, all those things are a thing of the past. They don't affect you anymore. And that's pretty much it. So if you like the video, comment, subscribe, let me know if you have any questions or concerns. And before I end the video, don't forget to go to Green Tea's channel. We already did the Barbie review 3 weeks ago. I think everyone missed it. I did it over there on her channel. And thanks to everyone who subscribed to her channel. I'm gonna ask Green Tea to look up the people who subscribe. Whoever was nice enough to help her subscribe when I suggested it, I'm gonna ask her a list, and I'm gonna be giving some free cards away. And Black Ghost, I've been waiting for 2 weeks for you to verify your address. Verify it on the Discord. You'll need to tell me on there, because like I said, I'm no longer sending cards. You're lucky that I'm sending it through mail, because everything's moved to Mercari. You're gonna be the last one, but you need to verify it, because I don't want to send it. Several times I brought it up. The cards are yours. Like I said, the only interest is that I want to make 100% sure the cards get to your home. It's a procedure for everyone. You're not being bullied or pointed out. Everyone who gets cards, they always have to verify their address. Once they verify it, I ship cards, because some of the cards have been lost in the past. That's pretty much it. Take care. God bless, and Dark Magic Attack.